It's energetic, challenging, entertaining. It can even build relationships. This is rock climbing.
For me, it's a family sport. My son also climbs.
It's good outdoor activity.
He started climbing with me when he was about 3. I started taking him out, and the whole thing I always said with him was, you don't have to climb, but you have to at least come camping.
Outdoor rock climbing is not only just a sport, but also a bridge for family relationships.
It's such a bonding experience because we have to have ultimate trust in each other because Brian's at one end of the rope and I'm at the other end of the rope. So if anything goes wrong at any point in the climb, then we have to be looking out for each other, and it's very possible we could either hurt each other or really help save each other if something goes wrong.
Today, rock climbing is a unique extreme sport which is derived from mountain climbing. According to the historical records, rock climbing was first recognized as a sport about 200 years ago in the Alps. This sport requires experience, stamina, and also a cool head. Hans, a famous climber who is professional in the speed rock climbing, always tries to challenge himself. He got a lot of reputations and achievements.
I've climbed the route, it's called the Nose Route, up El Capitan in Yosemite. And I climbed that with a young man, Alex Honnold. Initially, that route was climbed in 12 days it took them to climb this route back in the 1950s. It's the most famous route. The Nose Route is the most famous big wall route in the world, and so...
Not only that, climbers seem to have something in common. They love learning new things from their friends and enjoy the community as well.
I've been climbing for about 11 years, and I just love rock climbing, and watching these films is a good way to get together with the climbing community and your friends and kind of see what the athletes are doing right now.
But what's the most important thing for climbers?
Beat myself from before, and climbing has taught me that I can do something really hard for me climbing, and then months, years, decades later, I can do something even harder.
It's about self-control. What about safety?
It's very, like you've seen in the gym, there's climbing that's really quite safe. It's just you're doing it for the athletic exercise.
Actually, the rock walls at an indoor gym are not really made of rock at all. The handholds feel like rock and allow the climber to have as realistic an experience as possible.
And I heard that you tried climbing already?
Before we go climbing, there are important steps we need to remember.
So it's always important to double check your harness to make sure everything is set correctly, because if you're up top and it's not set correctly, you could fall and hurt yourself. So we always check that our harness is double back, which means that the strap goes back over and around. And then you want to make sure your legs are clipped in and you're nice and comfortable.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Great.
The last step before we go climbing is to tighten our snap ring.
Now try it. Now hit it.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm ready, so let's go climbing.
This is not an easy sport. I try to use all my body muscles, but it's also a very fun process.
I'm tired.
Big Red, at your 11 o'clock. Yep, left foot. Yep. You got it, I got you. Come on.
I never thought I can do that, but today I did that. Wow, I'm very excited about that.
Every expert was once a beginner.
First time I ever went to the Red River Gorge in Kentucky, and I saw a really easy climb, and I said, oh cool, I want to do it. It was like 80 feet high. I climbed to about 50 feet, and there's a cave.
Wow.
I climb into the cave, and I freak out. All my friends are laughing at me, I'm freaking out. And
You can spend a few hours a week at a gym, getting in shape and getting to know some climbing buddies.
physically, it's a great workout. Yeah, it works out every muscles you don't even know you had. Mentally, climbing is like very mind focused. You have to figure out problems. These are all different challenges you can try and climb. So you have to figure out how your body works with every climb.
Rock climbing is good activity with your family and friends. Are you ready to go rock climbing on this weekend? Let's go! Do you think rock climbing makes people younger?
I wish, because then I will never stop.